it's a failure in Travis, and my bot will notice it and add a comment that says like the tests are failing in Travis, please look into it. And then this usually helps the contributor to figure out. Sometimes it's very like an extra space or something silly. Yeah. And also for easy blocks and framework, we're getting stricter in terms of code style. It has to pass the PEP 8 standard Python code style thing. Yeah. Maintainers, 10, including myself. So there's 10 people who have merge access to each of the repositories. Most of them are in Europe, but Davide is in the US, Bart is in Canada, and Miguel is in Singapore, which helps. Because you're basically, there's somebody always around if they have time looking at pull requests. So the maintainers can look at PRs whenever they have time. So yeah, whenever they are free, it's up to them. We have a maintainer of the week system where we ask one of the maintainers to pay closer attention to like try and reserve 1 hour per day, per working day, to look at contributions. And that's just an agenda that we plan. We ask people when you have time. And well, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be working days. But yeah. But it's some maintainers do a better job, or some maintainers just think they will have time that week, and then it turns out differently, and that's fine. But it's good to have some degree of people paying attention to what's coming in.
What's the chart shown just for Easyconfigs, or also for like the core?
This is only Easyconfigs.
Okay. So no, I was referring to the merge by others.
This one. I have the same data for framework and easy blocks. And actually the policy is that whoever opens a PR, even a maintainer, doesn't merge their own PR. So that means if I open most of the PRs, somebody else will have to merge it. I'm not merging my own PRs. And this does skew this a little bit, because a big part of the light green is my own PRs, which I'm not supposed to merge. But they're also looking at PRs from other contributors. So. And yeah, it's still increasing, so I'm happy. Yeah, not having a group of maintainers today would be impossible. There's too much coming in. Okay, I have a small demo here. I have this Easyconfig file. This is just a copy of an existing one. So if let's see if the network works. If I do preview PR on this one, it should show me an empty diff. Now in the background, okay, hold on. Let me check out master and try that again. It's a bit more verbose than it should be. So this will pull in the develop branch from Easyconfigs and diff this Easyconfig with the ones that exist already. So it has found an Easyconfig that looks very similar to what I'm giving it. And there's actually no diff, because it's an exact copy of what's already there. Now, if I go in and change the version, and I was checking earlier, it's a good example because, let me look it up again. So apparently these still find a matching PhonoPy Easyconfig and show the diff, which hopefully only has the version. It has a little bit more because it compared with a bunch of other Easyconfigs. So this is the multi-diff thing. For one of the 4 that it compared to, had this version, the other had this version, the other had this version, and the new one, which is different from all 4, has the new version. And then of course, because it's pulling in older versions as well, the checksums are also different. For one of them, the toolchain is different, and so on. So it has an algorithm to try and figure out the closest match to what it has. And here it's actually failing a bit. It could do a better job with only showing Intel toolchains and not FOSS, for example. But if I undo, so now I've only changed the version, the checksum will definitely have changed, so I can do inject checksums to fix the checksum. We should do it like this, because inject checksums takes an argument with the type of checksum. It found existing checksums in the easyconfig file, so it's telling me you have to force me to do it, because I'm not blasting away the existing checksums without you telling me. Now it did it, and what it does, it does the checksum replacement in place, but it does save me a backup. So I can diff with the backup and show you that only the checksum has changed. And now, well, I'm supposed to test the easyconfig file first, or I can just open a pull request and assume it will be okay. Or maybe let's see, make it fully useful. There's a bunch of dependencies, so I would have to update these dependencies if I change the toolchain, things like that. Well, let me just show you if I do new PR. Now, let me show you check GitHub first. This should be all okay, hopefully. This is just checking whether my configuration is okay. Configured EasyBuild, that this is my GitHub account, this is my token. It's checking the versions. It's checking whether I have push access to my fork on GitHub, which takes a little while. But this should be all okay. Hopefully, come on, there it goes. Ran into an issue here, which is a warning that is misspelled. Okay, but it seems to be okay, so I should be able to do new PR. And one of the nice things about new PR, if you're not fully certain, you can make it a dry run. So it will show you what it will do without actually doing it. So now it is pulling in the easyconfigs repository and a temporary directory. So it can do the branch on top of current develop. It's pulling in develop. Copying the easyconfig files in the right place. Getting all the metadata, preparing a branch with a suitable name. And giving all the information, targeting develop. This is the title for the pull request with the new version in it. And it's only one easyconfig file, so this looks okay. So if I just now remove the dry run, it will actually go and open the pull request for me.
If you have somewhat complicated pull requests and you want to look at the actual diff, disable cleanup temp dir, and you can actually go in and look at the git diff of what it creates.
You actually don't have to do that manually. Let me show you. So now it actually has a pull request. If I click it, I will get exactly a pull request with this version of PhonoPy. It has it here in the right location to the develop branch using this branch that it pushed and so on. It doesn't get easier than this. What OK is saying here, it disconnected the. I showed you dry run, where it gives an overview of what it will do. We have two types of dry run: normal dry run and extended dry run. If you do extended dry run, it will show you the diff. So you don't have to do that manually. And
I keep forgetting extended dry run all the time.
So extended dry run will also do a dry run, not actually do the PR, but it will show you a full git diff of what it looks like this. And actually it should be doing it in color, not sure why it's doing it in color. But the diff here, yeah, it's a new easyconfig, so it's a diff that shows you everything. If you change an existing easyconfig, you will see a proper diff here. Yeah. Some PRs can be very long. Yeah.
Especially if you just want to look at specific part of that.
Yeah. So you can imagine if you're writing easyconfig files all the time, this is a very nice feature. And lots of people, when you just look at the list of pull requests, like if they follow this format, most likely they were opened via a new PR. So it helps us a lot just visually looking into what's coming in. Like this one is not opened with new PR. Oh, actually it is, but maybe Sam took over. Sam's still here? No. He took over the pull request title for some reason. Yeah, it's really helpful. Any questions on that? Good question. Yes. So when you do new PR, let's say this Easyconfig file needs a patch, like phonopy 1.14.2 fix typo.patch. So assuming this patch is used in here, it will take in the patch, it will figure out for which Easyconfig the patch matches, because they have to go in the same directory, and it will do the right thing. It will move the patch in the right location and all that magic. That's also something we only added later, but it does the right job. And you can actually do this. So for an existing PR, say you have a pull request number, you forgot to add the patch, which happens, like an attachment in an email. It happens all the time. You can do this, and it will figure out for all the Easyconfig files that are touched in this pull request for which one is this PR relevant, and it will put it in the right place. Yes. It will look at the Easyconfig files that were touched in this pull request, and for extensions it doesn't work. Yeah. Yeah. For extensions we have to fix it. Yeah. Yeah. And another nice thing of update PR is it doesn't matter how the PR was opened. Even if it was done manually, later you can do update PR. It doesn't really care how it was opened. So this just saves a ton of time, not having to do the git dance. Yeah, okay, I think we're done. Tomorrow, we're starting a bit earlier, 9. So if you're diving into Belgian beers tonight, just be aware. So Grigory will start with a talk on DVT, and Adrian, not sure if Adrian is around yet. We'll talk on OpenHPC, and then Victor on Reframe. So tomorrow is mostly talks, but there will be some time in between for hands-on stuff as well. And no brewery visits tomorrow, I'm sorry. Okay, thanks.